Hello everyone, I am Aishi Datta from iExpo. The topic which we are going to be studying today is food web. So, for introduction, a food web is a detailed interconnecting diagram that shows the overall food relationships between organisms in a particular environment. It can be described as a who eats whom diagram that shows the complex feeding relationships for a particular ecosystem. The study of food webs is important as such webs can show how energy flows through an ecosystem. It also helps us understand how toxins and pollutants become concentrated with a particular ecosystem. Examples include mercury bioaccumulation in the Florida Everglades and mercury accumulation in the San Francisco Bay. Food webs can also help us study and explain how the diversity of species is related to how they fit within the overall food dynamic. They may also reveal critical information about the relationships between invasive species and those native to a particular ecosystem. For definition, the concept of a food web, previously known as a food cycle, is typically credited to Charles Ilton, who first introduced it in his book Animal Ecology, published in 1927. He considered one of the founders of modern ecology and his book is a seminal work. He also introduced other important ecological concepts like niche and succession in his book. In a food web, organisms are arranged accordingly to their trophic level. The trophic level for an organism refers to how it fits within the overall food web and is based on how an organism feeds. Broadly speaking, there are two main designations autotrophs and heterotrophs. Autotrophs make their own food while heterotrophs do not. Within this broad designation, there are five main trophic levels: primary producers, primary consumers, secondary consumers, tertiary consumers, and apex predators. A food web shows us how these different trophic levels within various food chains interconnect with one another as well as the flow of energy through the trophic levels within an ecosystem. Trophic levels in a food web. Primary producers make their own food via photosynthesis. Photosynthesis uses the sun's energy to make food by converting its light energy into chemical energy. Primary producers examples are phytoplanktons, algae, and plants. These organisms are also known as autotrophs. Primary consumers are those animals that eat the primary producers. They are called primary as they are the first organisms to eat the primary producers, who make their own food. These animals are also known as herbivores, for example, rabbits, beavers, elephants, moose, etc. Secondary consumers consist of organisms that eat primary consumers. Since they eat the animals that eat plants, these animals are carnivores or omnivores. Carnivores eat animals while omnivores consume both animals as well as plants. Here are the examples of secondary consumer. Similarly to secondary consumers, tertiary consumers can be carnivores or omnivores. The difference being that secondary consumers eat other carnivores. An example is an eagle. Lastly, the final level is composed of an apex predators. Apex predators are at the top because they do not have natural predators. Lions are an example. Additionally, organisms known as decomposers consume dead plants and animals and break them down. Fungi are examples of decomposers. The organisms known as detrivorous consume dead organic materials. An example of detrivore is a vulture. Thank you so much. This is the part 1 of food change. We will soon upload part 2 of food web. If you like the video, please like, share and subscribe to our channel. And please hit the bell icon to get notified when we upload a new video. And also, please go and look at our previously uploaded videos. Thank you.